What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Greataxe Gaming. I am Jax, and we are back with Hiveswap Friendsim. I am very tired. Let's go. It is the weekend after Thanksgiving, and I have been on and off sick and feeling like garbage for most of it. So, I love you. So let's just do it. Where were we? Okay. Oh, the fuck are you? This is a dark world. Both because it's night, and because of the brutal struggle for survival among its polyhemochromatic inhabitants, many of whom seem to thrive on havoc and carnage. You'd be interested to see the Michelin Guide entry for Alternia. You're convinced that after a day here, Ayn Rand would sign up with the Little Sisters of the Poor, Genghis Khan and Attila the Hun would join the Quakers, and Adolf Hitler would seek membership in the World Peace Council. Okay. Let's not bring in Hitler. Godwin's Law alert, thank you. Feeling a little dramatic tonight. Who are you? Why are you red? Red is not if I... Are you Junkrat? Let's go. Despite a certain sense of pervading existential gloom that you haven't managed to shake, even after communing with the possible oracle/secret agent, Still no real answers on that. You are feeling pretty alright. No more brooding in your cliffside apartment. You have a fresh thirst this evening. A thirst for friendship. You're wandering around a neighborhood you haven't seen in a while, just a few blocks from where you crash landed. Maybe you'll go pay a visit to the crash site of your ship, even though it's long since been stripped for parts by the local population. Or maybe you'll try to find Demon to say hi, though you're pretty sure he's still living the nomadic shrubbery lifestyle. You're just here for the nostalgia, honestly. Malay's who? You hardly know her. Just then, from across the street, echo two voices raised an argument. Well, one is soft and murmuring, and one is loud and honking. But of tish. A rustblood girl and a purple-blood guy are squared off in front of a patch of graffiti that blooms over the bricks like moss. The girl appears to be in the process of scrubbing it away. There's a mop bucket and a collection of sponges next to her. And I told you, this shit is sacred motherfucking iconography, the purple blood is saying, so fuck the hell off, little red dumpling. The Rustblood says something back to him that makes him laugh. The sacred iconography appears to be a collection of swear words and a couple of colorful renderings of certain sections of troll anatomy you have not yet had the chance to explore. The girl with the bucket wrings her sponge out and stares the club down. Well, you assume she's staring him down. She's wearing big round goggles to match the bright rubber gloves pulled up all the way to her elbows. Despite the mop bucket, she looks more like a scientist from a P-grade horror movie than a janitor. The purple blood doesn't have any visible weapons on him, but that doesn't make him look any less dangerous. And unless the girl has a delayed in that mop handle, she's totally defenseless. You've faced this precise scenario more than once, but it doesn't get any easier. No matter how much self-confidence you earn, or hardships you endure, life or death friendship decisions don't get any easier. Save here. Save. Okay, we have hopped backward in time a little bit. I picked the right choice by accident here, so we are going to pick the wrong choice now, so that we can continue in proper branching order in the video. So, if I look a little disheveled or things seem a little weird, it's because I'm hopping and jumping. Time traveling, motherfucker! Intervene. Who are you kidding? You were never going to leave her to fend for herself. It's against your religion of reflexively and ceaselessly searching for new buddies. You aren't making excuses for it anymore. You've decided to take what Boulder said to heart and just resign yourself to your fate. Well, that isn't exactly what she said, but a lot of it was confusing and spooky. You are half convinced she was just doing it for the mysterious aesthetic. You stride confidently toward the altercation, calling out a challenge to the rogue clown. Nobody messes with those less fortunate while you were on the case. And since it's been resoundingly too long since you've had a truly ironic and hilarious twist of fate befall you, as soon as you step up to the sidewalk, the purple blood fist connects with your head, and your head connects with the concrete. Yep. Exactly as I expected. Mind your own business for once in your life. Listen, you aren't the goddamn alien special forces. You aren't the friendship police. You can't afford to insert yourself into the middle of every single altercation in the hopes that drunken gamble of destiny will offer up new and greater connections to your sore, tired ass. You aren't made of goodwill alone. Everyone needs breaks, man. You march casually by, hands behind your back. If you knew how to whistle, you would. Nothing to see here, folks. Feet smack the ground behind you and the girl runs by, surprisingly spry in the rubber boots. Not spry enough, apparently, because the high blood is hot on her heels. Nope, not helping. Definitely not. Don't get involved. You already made this choice. You are not getting involved. At the last moment, you stick out one of your famous legs, and the clown goes flying. He hits the pavement hard, nose first. Son of a bitch. There you went and got involved. The high blood might be kissing... I'm sorry, I'm so disappointed there wasn't a honk there. The high blood might be kissing concrete, but he won't be for long. It's tough to kill a clown. You take this opportunity to get the fuck out. Damn, you don't know anybody here. Maybe you can run back to your stolen vehicle before... Hands grab you by the back of the hoodie, hauling you around the corner and into the shadows of an alleyway. Shit, the clown must have friends, and one of those friends must have circled around behind you. You open your mouth to scream. Not just because you think anyone is going to help you, but because you might as well. If you can't go out fighting, you might as well go out making as much noise and being as obnoxious as possible. A rubber-gloved hand slips over your mouth before you get a chance to more of the squeak. You taste soap. Chill. Stop struggling. It's the Rustblood girl. She's taken the time you'd bought her and cashed it in to take refuge in an alleyway. Two of you hold still as the Purple Blood stormed by, stomping and cursing and bleeding from a gash across his forehead. Ha! You did that. Your leg did that. You'll never get over the rush you received from doing something cool and competent. Marcy holds on to... How do I know her name? How do I know her name? I never got her name. Game? You're fucking with me. Marcy holds on to you until the sound of his footsteps fade. You feel her heartbeat hammering against your back. She lets go and slides away to the other side of the alley, as if an apology for being so close to you before. Her boots squeak. You take a few steps nearer so you don't have to shout to be heard. You thank her for helping. You're both just all about helping, apparently. You decide not to mention the part where you tried very hard not to get involved. Yeah, you didn't have to do that. Actually, you shouldn't have. I'm pretty capable of tripping my own clowns. You tell her you've no doubt that's true. This doesn't seem like the right voice. Even if she doesn't have a sword in her mop handle, she seems to have a good pair of legs. Mentioning her mop appears to remind her that she left all her cleaning equipment out on the street. She takes a furtive glance back down that way the guy had gone, then heads back toward the graffiti. You scamper to keep up. You shouldn't be out alone in a place like this. Not that I can really summon much gumption to care beyond this one walk down the street. But did you come here to die? Because that's what's going to happen if you keep this shit up. What's your deal? You don't really know about your deal. You've worked really hard to not consider your deal at all, because the existential radio static that prickles at the base of your neck when you think about your deal is astoundingly unpleasant. Wait. That is a... I'm sorry. Attempting to change the subject, you ask her if maybe she should get out of here while she still has a chance. Is that bucket really important to her? Marcy looks at you with a certain eyebrow raise that you're well accustomed to by now. Oh shit, you just put your foot in it again, culture-wise. You wish you could find a book with a crash course on Alternia, or a decent Wikipedia article, but it's not like there's any helpful Earth Guide for idiots. At least, you've never heard of one. Besides, things are different depending on where you are on Earth geographically. You imagine it's the same for Alternia. You feel positively nauseated at the idea of having to learn a whole new set of societal norms. You'll just stay in this particular city, thank you very much. Do I care about my bucket? That's kind of a weird way to phrase it. I care about as much as the next person doesn't want to get culled. Also, scourge don't go on carnivorous fauna. Scourge rays. If the dray is the word I'm thinking of, dray, then it's donkey, basically, or beast of burden. So their term for a bucket is a cleaning beast of burden. What the fuck? She tosses the discarded sponges back into the bucket. You bend down to help, but she stops you with a sardonic glance. Most of her glances are sardonic, but this one especially so. She goes back to work on the graffiti. If you're going to hang around, you could make yourself less useless. Watch and make sure that high blood doesn't come back. Oh, yeah, for sure. You can totally do that. Of course, you won't be able to actually do anything if he comes back. Where's Ramil when you need her? Maybe you could use your own limp corpse to slow the clone down. Not that you know Marcy well enough to love the idea of sacrificing yourself for her. Man, character development is great. Not immediately going to your death is great. That thought sends a creeping wash of anxiety down your spine. You don't understand it, so you try to distract yourself. Yeah, you're fucking with me again, game. You're fucking with me again. This is clearly in reference to the bad ending, which as of the point I'm recording this I haven't done yet, but will be put before this in the video. And it's... You asked Marcy if she just cleans graffiti. Oh, phone, not now. No time. What? Shush. You asked Marcy if she just cleans graffiti or if she has other jobs. Okay, well, they're not jobs. You know, nobody in Alternia has an actual job. Whatever I'm feeling, mostly. Today I was feeling like getting rid of this incredibly ugly piece of shit drawing. Tomorrow I might be feeling dirty front door mats. Depends on my mood. Yeah, you def get that. You are also a person of mercurial moods. Do you seek out new friends tonight, or go to one of your standby pals? Sometimes the universe just sweeps in and decides for you. Yeah, well, you are extremely weird and focused on weird shit. But also kind of magnetic at the same time. It's freaking me out. Wow, thank you! Marcy dunks her sponge back in her bucket. Or scour tray, right. Buckets are dirty. The Jones don't make it down here very often, so there's a lot of shit to scrub. You tell her it's cool that she likes cleaning so much. Where you're from, physical labor is considered morally virtuous, but also kind of looked down on? Fuck, maybe you could use an Earth cultural handbook your own damn self. I know, right? Well, from what I can gather, from our fucked up sense of cultural propriety, physical labor is morally virtuous as long as you're not getting reimbursed for it. The minute you get paid for it, it's something to be looked down upon, which is just the stupidest fucking thing. Who said anything about liking it? Who made the rule that I can only do what I like? Okay. She slams the sponge down hard into the scour tray, getting water down the front of her apron. This is just what I do. What, you like wandering around in someone else's hoodie? Accosting strangers? Kind of? Sometimes? You didn't choose the friend life. The friend life chose you. But Marcy isn't a stranger in a strange world like you are. She's got horns, grayskins, and everything. You realize she's a rusty, but come on. First of all, come on! That clearly cannot be the proper term. It feels super fucking sketch to just call someone a rusty. Oh, yeah. How many burgundies do you know exactly? Well, one, and he is interested in, meat. But he's pretty enthusiastic about it. One might say over-enthusiastic. You think I'm not enthusiastic? She scrubs harder to show you just how enthusiastic she can be. A delicate wow, that is a hard word for me right now. A delicate, calligraphy-based rendering of the word globe gobbler disappears beneath her soapy hands. Okay, maybe Demon is not exactly the greatest example of someone enjoying their hobbies in a healthy and natural way. But you know plenty of other lowbuds with cool hobbies. Skilla, Chixie, Sarava. Skilla, yes, I feel like her hobbies are pretty solid, and her behavior is pretty solid. Chixie, she feels like she's being pressured into something that she loves to do, but also doesn't like to do it in the way that it's being done. And Sarava, I love them, but bro, bro, they gouge their eyes out. They cannot be, it's not the best way to live a healthy life. Am I supposed to know who those idiots are? Not all Loblers know each other. Oh man, that's not what you meant at all. I'm not going to explain my life story to some random alien. Are you going to help or not? Oh, well, you thought you were supposed to be keeping an eye out for clowns? Yeah, well, instead you are asking me invasive questions, so now help me scrub. Despite this mixed signals, you pick up a sponge and start cleaning. This is actually a lot more harder work than it looks like, and your back and shoulders begin to ache immediately. If Marcy does this every day, she must be ripped under that jacket. She stops talking and you just clean alongside her, worried that you're really screwing this up. You don't know how to fix it. The graffiti is quickly disappearing before your combined efforts, and you aren't sure how much longer she's going to put up with you after that. You've got to pull out the big friendship guns and ask. You ask, in your characteristically smooth style, what she's doing after this. Any plans? Just hypothetically. Who knows? Probably I'll just look for more shit to clean. Well, it just so happens you know a lot of dirty places, just exceptionally filthy. Oh yeah? Where? Okay, and we're back. Let's try Uptown first. It just so happens that you have connections. Uptown girls. And boys. You ask Marcy how she'd like to Cleveland Mansion. I guess that could be cool. What are you thinking? Oh god, my car is a train wreck. Well, first of all, you want to bring your new friend to your swank stolen car. Marcy doesn't seem that interested, although she does comment that she's never been in a scuttlebuggy. Then she begins picking up the crumbs from your backseat. You tell her she doesn't have to clean up after you. Bold of you to assume I'm doing it for you. You shrug. You've come to accept that some of your friends are just fundamentally difficult to understand. Some days you really think you're beginning to get it, and the next you remember that alien isn't just your immigration status. Marcy stares out the window as the houses get bigger and grander. The car passes beneath an archway and a light sweeps over the two of you. Marcy stiffens. You tell her not to worry. It's just a sense of just stirring your blood color. Malik gave you a plug-in to scramble it. No stress. Must be nice to have friends in high places. You ask Marcy where she lives. Wherever I feel like. Depends. So she's just like Demon. Her hive was destroyed. Or possibly up a tree like Boulder. Although it's possible she was just fucking with you. I wish you'd stop comparing me to people like I should know what you're talking about. And no, my hive is fine. It just gets boring cleaning the same fucking building over and over again. You get how that could be cool, going from place to place, like Demon goes looking for meat, and Kolono's Daja look for people to kill. Everyone here seems to be weirdly obsessive and hyperfixated. Maybe that's just what happens when you bring a bunch of kids in a robot-regulated world where the only rule is don't get culled, and, by the way, some of you are inherently inferior. Have fun! As you get closer to Zebra's hive, you begin to get chilly strep pods. What if he tries to make Marcy into one of his, guests? He has that weird thing for low bloods. You figure she'll be safe if she's with you, but you aren't always the best at making good decisions when you have more than one friend to deal with at once. The sight of Zebra's Lucis glaring at you from the upstairs window clinches it. You can't take another condescending stare from Zebra Dad. Where are we going? I hope you weren't talking about this pathetic mess on the seat. Barely worth my time. You can make a better wet mess, you swear! No. I don't want a staged mess. Fuck, okay, who do you also know who is kind of a slob, but also not a total piece of shit? Oh, Gallic! Goat Dad lets you in with a hysterically happy bleat. Aw, missed you too, Goat Dad. Marcy weathers his snuffling and nuzzles, and when he tries to eat one of her rubber gloves, she tosses him behind the ears as a distraction. She gently removes the glove from his mouth. I need these, actually. You call out to Gallic, but he doesn't respond. Maybe he's out. The coffee pot is half full, but it's cold. Goat Dad bleats and butts you gently. Aw, poor guy. Are you lonely? Has Gallic been neglecting you now that he has a hate boyfriend? Marcy is a little more uncomfortable here than she had been in your car, but when she catches sight of Gallic's study, all of that sloughs off. It's even more a mess than when it had been the last time you were here, when he'd been trying to impress you with his intellectual clutter. She gets down to work immediately, stacking books alphabetically and sorting papers into piles by subject. You know Gallic is an A-type personality who will probably go briefly ballistic at the knowledge if someone has touched his stuff, but Marcy's just so organized and thorough. You feel sort of weird just standing and watching her clean, so you gather up all the used dishes and bring them into the kitchen. When you're done with that, you figure you'll just try to be entertaining. You ask her if she's seen any movies recently. Since you've made friends with Zbeat and started hanging out with Tagiri's anime club, you've been exposed to multiple cultural touchstones. Yeah, I don't really watch much TV. Don't worry, I don't need to be entertained. She kneels down to start dusting beneath the couch. I know you think I'm basic, and that's fine. I don't really give a shit what anyone thinks, let alone a condescending alien with no blood color to speak of. Yikes! So if you wouldn't mind, crunch, crunch, crunch. Oh no. Crunch, crunch, crunch! What the hell is that noise? And there you go again, getting swept up in a friendship endeavor and totally beefing it. You forgot about Goat Dad's propensity for nomming on anything within reach, and he spent the last 10 minutes happily munching on several leather-bound notebooks. Got experimental word rumpuses. Fuck, he loves those! He's going to murder you. To smooth over another layer onto this farce, the front door creaks open and Gallic's voice rings out, calling to Goat Dad, who lets out an excited bleat and scampers off, trailing little white scraps. Marcy looks at you, to the front of the house, and down the paper trail. Then she's out through the window and off the hill, because, basic though she may be, she's no idiot. Skipper. Yep, I'm gonna... Hi, Gallic! Goodbye, everybody, I am dead. Okay, and now we're going to try downtown, because uptown didn't work. You suggest that this place looks ripe for some serious powers cleaning, because... Wow. Filthy. Yeah, I guess. I was planning on cleaning down here anyway. The drones mostly take care of the high-blood neighborhoods. Interesting. Zebra had low bloods cleaning for him, but maybe he's an exception. A creepy exception. I'm not here to explain cultural dynamics to you. Wow! At least not for free. I mean, I get that I'm an idiot, but she's very bristly. You consider mentioning that you are the main character. Hold on! How far does my awareness extend? How far does my awareness of this media format extend? You consider mentioning that you are the main character and thus totally deserving of cultural exposition, but you kind of doubt she'd take that well. Also, it's kind of a weird thing to say, so never mind that. You show Marcy an alley you recognize, the one with the incinerator where Polypa had gotten rid of her assassination disguise. Here, maybe? Too easy. Okay, well, what about this stretch of road where Ramil killed the dude? There's still quite a lot of purple blood splattered around. Pretty good. But no. I don't know the right outfit for blood. Jesus, picky. Oh, sorry. Are my personal preferences inconveniencing you? No, but you aren't usually used to taking so long to pop off. Usually you've made a friend by this point, or you've been killed. Excuse me! You've been killed before? What are you, a purr beast? 9 lives? In retrospect, That was also a pretty weird thing to say. You meant it as a metaphor. Sometimes your internal monologue gets out of hand and spills out into your interlocution. Whatever, dude. You're considering just bringing her back to your place to clean up the mess you've made when you realize Marcy is no longer there with you. You turn around and find her gazing down an adjacent street into an empty lot. The space gives you a brief twinge of recognition before it fizzles away to nothing. Probably just deja vu. At first, you don't notice the person sitting on the tire pile because without her other half, her silhouette is underwhelming. Oh, fantastic. Hey, Normie. Oh, hey, Folkill. It's been a while. She might notice that you are a whole lot less normal than you used to be. They're right. They're weird as hell. Hey, you are like 80% more confident than you used to be. You don't back down from insults. Perhaps Marcy is the one who's weird because she's the only one who's so fucking into cleaning up after people. That's really strange. Hey, that's a little judgy. Yeah, for real. Oh, what? You had been expecting Folkill to join you in mocking Marcy. You didn't want to be too mean or anything. You are just really sick of having your intelligence assaulted concerning stuff you have absolutely no way of knowing about. You wanted to make her look like an asshole, but as usual, it seems to be in fact you who are the asshole. Marcy seems to agree. Hey, maybe go fuck yourself a little bit? You apologize. You didn't mean it. You just experience pilot confusion when there's too many friends in one place. You're sorry. You didn't mean to insult her hobby, but she actually doesn't really seem too into it. You're just trying to help. You know plenty of lowbloods who do all sorts of activities. Oh yeah? Who? Well, Folkill, for instance. She trolls... Wait, you need another word. She and her boyfriend, harass people, and they seem to enjoy that. Also, there's Skilla and Chixie and Sarava. They all excel in their fields to a certain extent. Right. So how's that going for them? Well, you deflate someone. Chixie gets skeeved on all the time, and Skilla constantly has to defend her home and loses against thieves. Sarava literally had to gouge out their own eye and downplay their psychic power. Vikar, well, near as you can tell, Vikar is having a great time falling off cliffs and imagining the firmament above. He might be an outlier, and therefore shouldn't be counted. Like Spider's Gog. While you're working through your apparent classicism through navel-gazing monologue, Marcy is checking Folkill out. Like, really checking her out. Who the fuck are you? Folkill slaps Marcy's hand away. Keep your fronds to yourself. Marcy raises... Oh my god, she's got big eyes! Marcy raises her goggles up to her forehead. You've got void rot. No shit. Troll Sherlock. Marcy gives her another once-over. She looks impressed. You honestly can't blame her. If Marcy likes grimy things, well, Folkill's right up her alley. Dirt Eldorado. Selfishly, you wish you'd met Marcy back when you were more of a wreck at the beginning of your adventure. You're filthy. And you have no idea what you're talking about. Also, fuck you.
I'm getting major Futurama vibes with that one scene where that bureaucrat lady hits on Fry because he's filthy.
Marcy touches her on the forehead, slowly this time, so as not to take her by surprise. Folkill resembles a nervous little bug trying to decide whether or not to scuttle away. Did you think the dirt helped to keep you insulated? It's actually the opposite of that. If you were less grimy, the energy transfer would be easier. Oh, right, Cooper isn't here, which means her giant battery isn't here either. Yeah, I sent him out for takeout. I needed a break. But won't she, die? Not instantly. Does your desktop die as soon as you unplug it? What are you, a fucking void rot scholar? What do you know? I know a lot of things. You ask Marcy if she's interested in medicine. Maybe you should go into that. Marcy rounds on you in stark irritation. This is the most emotion she's shown since you met her. Whatever you're trying to do here, stop. I'm not stupid. What do you think they'd say if I applied to be a medic off planet? They'd laugh their asses off and hand me a saturated scrub pole. And that's if they're feeling generous. This is what I do, so let me do it. Chastened and uncharacteristically speechless, you nod and let Marcy turn back to Folkill. You really don't want to just leave it like that, but maybe the truly friendly thing to do here would be less trying to improve your friend's life and just letting them live it. Demon had told you much the same thing all those months ago, that he's planning to just keep his head down and try to stay alive. It's not uplifting, but maybe not everything has to be. Marcy gives Folkill some advice the best way to make sure her body retains as much energy as possible. Folkill groans, and you're pretty sure that if she had eyes, she'd be rolling them. You do notice, however, that she listens. Marcy starts back down her sidewalk after that, pushing her scout ray in front of her. After a moment's hesitation, you follow, half expecting her to get mad again. Instead, she just slows down so you can catch up. She's pulled her goggles back down over her eyes. You think they're probably more there for social reasons than protective ones. Sheepishly, you apologize for being a busybody back there. You're just really used to wanting to help people out, kind of for selfish reasons, friendship reasons, but still. Yeah, it's fine. No hard feelings. You just like fixing things when they're busted or when you've busted them through your own chronic idiocy. Sometimes you've just got to do what you can, but you think Marcy might understand that a little bit. Yeah, I think I might. Sometimes it'd be like that. Aw, I guess that's a good ending? This whole thing just kind of made me realize how much of an asshole my character is, and yeah. Anyways, that's it for this episode. If you liked the video, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You want to buy me a coffee, the link is down below. I'd greatly appreciate it, as always. Streaming. Fuck if I know at this point, guys. I send out tweets updating on when I stream, but my schedule is so inconsistent and incoherent right now that it's very hard to actually set a predictable schedule, because I have a D&D game that gets moved around. I have another D&D game that happens on Sundays. I have a group of friends that I meet with as we kind of do a decompression and stress relief for a week, but that has moved from Wednesdays to Tuesdays to Mondays to Thursdays, and we don't know when it's happening this week, so I don't know if it's on Tumblr and on Twitter. I will post on the day I'm streaming when I will stream. The time is almost always the same, 6 p.m., but I don't know if that'll change this week because I have to cook dinner a bunch of ways, and we'll see. But if you want to catch me streaming, follow me on Twitter and you should get updates. Follow me on Twitch also, same username as Twitter, GreataxeJakz, and you will get a notification when I start streaming. Anyways, that's it for this episode. If you like the video, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I already said this, and thanks for watching. Later, y'all.